and go. So welcome to Activate Your Magical Body, Being, and Life. This is actually call 2, Activating Your Body's Magic. So in the first call, we were looking at your being and the way the matrix messes with you, the being. And this one is looking at the way the matrix messes with your body. And in order to kind of even make sense of this topic, I want to define what your body is. And I know that sounds really weird, but as I started to go through this dance of becoming aware, I noticed there's awareness of the being and there's awareness of the body, and they have two different processes. Like you can have a being that's very aware in a body that's not, or a body that's very aware in a being that's not. Ideally, you want both your being and your body to be aware. And what does it take in order to have your being and your body aware? That's kind of what we're looking at. Because when they're both aware and everything's flowing, the magic, what if magic is just your natural state of being? And so that's what we're shooting for. It's like, how do we get from where we are now to a higher level of magic in our life, a higher level of functionality and flow and ease and play and excitement in our life? And so that's the exploration. And in order to do that, I want to first look at kind of what body is. Most people, when they think of body, so when you normally think of you, you're thinking of this physical thing here. But what if that physical thing is, and I'm going to simplify it into 3 components, your infinite being, the soul, the essence, the spirit of you that's in this body, the physical body, and then another element that I'm going to call internal manipulation. There can be internal manipulation and external. So it's like in your body with you. And we'll poke a little bit about what that is and what that looks like. But I'm going to mute somebody here. But the thing that I want to, let me see if I grab that. No, I can't grab the person. I'm just going to keep muting people till it goes away. There we go. Okay, so it's actually not as simple as just being body and manipulation. It's actually kind of dynamic. You've got your infinite being has manipulation that's assigned to your being. Like it just focuses on you, the being, and messes with you. And it could be inside your body, it could be hanging out with you, or it could be outside your body. Then your body has manipulation, and it could be inside your body or it can be hanging outside your body. Usually it's both. So you've got stuff, and it may be big and it may be small. You may have a small amount of manipulation, which is ideally what we're looking for, or you may have a large amount. It depends on kind of where your life is currently. The more your body's naturally out of alignment, the higher the level of internal manipulation you'll experience, likely. The more your being is out of alignment, the more internal manipulation your being is going to experience. So the goal often is to get the being and the body as close to being aligned and ideal as you can. And when you do that, that's when the magic comes in. So it's like, well, who or what is your body? Like really, if we think about your physical body, what if it's actually a literal expression of the planet? I use the image of a tree because it's easy to look at a tree and go, well, it's in the ground, it's rooted, it's part of the earth. Yes, I get that, like it's stable. But your body is not rooted in the ground. It moves around and it can go all over the place. So it doesn't seem like it's part of the earth. But what if your body is actually connected to the planet? What if it's actually an expression of the planet? Like think about, you're walking around in a piece of the planet that has legs that walks around. It's an expression of the physical planet. And what if you're literally connected to the planet? So allow yourself to consciously connect into the authentic symbiotic planet. Allow yourself to perceive first the synthetic, no, we'll do the first, the symbiotic. I said to perceive the authentic symbiotic planet. It's the frequency of planet. And just feel what that feels like. The authentic symbiotic planet. And allow your body to connect to that. And I'm going to do an expanding for the being as well. So being, allow yourself to perceive the planet as it actually is, the authentic symbiotic planet. And now expand to bigger than, or encompassing the entire symbiotic planet. There you go. And expand to bigger than the solar system. In all directions. Bigger, 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 bigger. There you go. And bigger than the universe. And bigger than the multiverse, all the multiple universes, including back behind you, expand back behind you, down below, up above, way out front. There you go. And expand to bigger than the beyondiverse, and beyond that, in all directions, beyond that, beyond that, beyond that, beyond that, beyond all that, and bigger than the infinite realms. Whew. And then allow yourself to connect in to your infinite being. Wow. There we go. Yeah. And allow your body to connect in to the infinite planet. Wow. Wow. And how does that feel? How does that feel? I hear bird sounds. So what I'd like you to do is to expand, and don't kind of zone out, but expand and embody that space and still be present. Many people are used to doing expanding and then kind of ooh, like stay ooh, but be present as well. Because ideally you want to be able to get to a space where you can function and live in that space 24/7, or that's what I explore.
I feel very expanded, but I was muted and I was trying to get back to my thing.
Yeah, thank you.
Welcome.
It feels so friendly, so soft.
Yeah.
Being at home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I like that. Well, good words. Yeah. Anybody else?
Really welcoming.
Yeah. 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 Anybody else?
Feel heat.
Cool. Yeah. Me too. Yeah. Anybody else?
I have, well, with connection with symbiotic, it's like, first of all, my body just started to expand from the inside, and like the guards that I have on, I've been putting on, they just dissipate, and the body start, body dissipates in the space, like there becomes no difference from where body starts and where body ends.
Yeah.
And where the space begins, and with that, like once you once you ask to connect body to that, I have like I have interesting, like almost holographic, not almost, probably holographic images where I have images like being separated, like they get doubled, maybe multiplied, and
so let me pause you.
For me with,
let me pause you. I need to let's come back to what's up, but I just wanted to kind of explore with people the connecting. Let me show you something else that might help what's going on for you as well. It's like, so what if when you expand and connect to the symbiotic planet, you're actually connecting to the planet, you're perceiving the planet, or your body is perceiving the planet. What if you always are feeling or perceiving the planet? Like, what if that's just a natural thing for your body. But what if there are multiple versions of this planet? So there are ones that feel how nurturing this one is. It's nurturing, it's supportive. Now allow yourself to perceive a version of the planet. Don't go into it, just perceive it. So get a picture of the energy of the symbiotic planet. And now compare that to connecting to a planet that is technologically based. And allow yourself to perceive one of the thousands of synthetic planet overlays. How did those feel?
Wow, this is like hello.
Yeah, I hear you. This is like
This is something that is very familiar with my experience that I had of the last year. This is exactly that.
Yep.
Exactly. Synthetic technology. Totally nothing organic.
Yep.
Just very intense and harsh on the body.
Yeah. So this is one of the core ways that body is taken out from the nurturing, supportive thing. And so everywhere that you've attached or connected to the synthetic realms, synthetic planets, put all that stuff out front in the pile. And everything from down below, everything that allows you to connect, everything that grabs you and causes you to reconnect, everything that entices you, lures you, binds you, or attaches you to non-authentic planets or synthetic realities. Allow yourself to perceive all that information and put that in the pile. Wow. And let's add to that. What is all the unknowable, unspeakable, unseeable, untouchable, undetectable, unconsciousness, anti-consciousness, energy fog, disinformation, cloaking, Wernicke's commands, booby traps, covert, unseen, unacknowledged, undisclosed energies and frequencies around all this? Wow. And can we put all that in the pile?
Yes, I choose it.
Yeah, I choose it. In the pile. And everything from down below, in the pile, back behind, in the pile, up above, in the pile, way out front, from the left, from the right, inside, outside, everything remaining, all in the pile, all in the pile, all in the pile, all in the pile. And take a step back from that pile and tell your body, let this go, not yours, not you, not you, not yours, not yours. Let it go, 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 let it go. There you go. And can we shrink all that stuff down to less than nothing?
Yes, I choose it.
Yeah.
I choose that.
Yeah, I choose that. Boo! And hyper shrink. And vaporize. Wow. And again, allow your body to connect to the authentic symbiotic planet. And symbiotic is a word that I've used. It's like, when something's in symbiosis, they're supporting each other, they're nurturing each other, they're working together as a team. The elements, I've said it already, support each other. And so you're looking for the version of the planet that's symbiotic, that looks to support you because it knows that when it supports you, you support it, and it supports you and you support it. And if you look around the world, you see a lot of people that are not connected to that symbiotic flow. And what if that's one of the ways to connect to your magic, is to retain your connection, even among technology and stuff, to the symbiotic planet? Because all of those different versions are here. Yes.
When I'm in the symbiotic, I feel like I'm home.
Yeah.
And when you took everything and threw it in that pile and destroyed it, it felt like it was such a relief, like things that, pressed down, that are, that aren't comfortable.
Mm-hmm.
It felt like a relief when you got rid of them all.
Awesome.
And yeah.
Awesome. Cool. Thank you. Yeah. It's something that I do it every day. It's in the Back to Me process is the green part there. It's reconnecting to the authentic biotic planet and getting rid of the synthetic stuff. So what's fascinating about this planet thing is, and I'm going to make a bizarre statement here. What if your body is actually also like a planet? And let me back that up, and I'm going to do it with science. In 1990, I think it mostly started in the United States. They began something called the Human Genome Project. Their goal was to map the human DNA. They figured once they had a picture of the DNA, they'd understand all kinds of things, and they'd be able to do all kinds of things because they understood how everything went together. And the project was supposed to only be for 5 or 8 years, and it kept going and going and going and going. And when they finally released the results, they quietly did it because they were blown away. They found that of the DNA in your body, about 10% of it is actually human, and about 90% of the DNA in your body is bacteria, fungus, virus, protozoa, archaea, amoeba, all kinds of other things that are non-human. And they actually found that you have more foreign genes than human genes in your body. And they were like, we have no clue what's going on or why this is doing this. So we need to go back and research again. So they created the human microbiome. So picture the biome of the planet. That's kind of how we think of that word. The biomes are the different regions or different makeups of the planet. They're looking at the different makeups of the human, and they call it microbiome because it's smaller. And their goal was, again, to figure all this stuff out, like, because they just didn't understand what they had. What they ended up finding out is that it's hard to define what is actually human and what is not, because it's so deeply integrated. And that 30 to 50% is human and the rest is microorganisms. So they found that more of it is human. They kept playing with the definition. Before, only 10% was human. Now it's maybe 50% human. But what they're finding, and let me give you this example with mitochondria. Your body has outsourced over 40 to 60% of its core functions to microorganisms. We all know about your gut, your digestive system. There's bacteria and all that stuff that does the work, but it goes beyond that: absorption, energy production, immune function. This part blew my mind. So mitochondria in every cell, so imagine the cells in your body. Each one cell, this blue thing here, is one cell in your body. In that one cell, there are these things called mitochondria that are the energy centers of the cell. They produce the energy for the cell. Well, they've recently gone through and analyzed the mitochondria, and they've done DNA and they've done spectral analysis. They keep doing all these different analyses. And the bottom line that they're coming up with, and look at this quote here: mitochondria seem to have evolved separate from humans and traveled down a completely different evolutionary path. They're not human. At the core of the energy centers of the cells in not only our body, but all other animals and plants too, are these mitochondria, which have evolved independently of the organism of this body, yet the body relies on in order for functioning. Your body hosts 10 to 100 trillion organisms, different beings, if you want to think about them this way, that live, and that's just in your gut. You have ones that live all over your body, everywhere, including in your cells. The more they do this digging, they're finding that your body is actually so integrated with other energies that it's like when you think of a planet, you don't think of just the planet. The planet is also the animals and the trees and the growing things and the living things and the water and the systems. It's like, what if who you are is like a planet? So you have all of this other stuff that your body is interacting with and taking care of all at the same time. So the second point that I want to make about all this is, what if your body, it's like we often think of like, oh man, why doesn't my body just do what I want it to do? right? Anybody else ever have that? It should be really simple. I want body to do this. Why doesn't body do this? Anybody else? Is it just me crazy thinking about that?
No, me too.
Yeah.
I was asking that question the other day.
Yeah. So it's like, if you think about your body now as a planet that has 100 trillion organisms that it's responsible for, and you, all of a sudden you start to go, oh yeah, okay, so maybe there's a bigger picture going on. So when you start to think about your needs as a being versus your body's needs, what if your body has a lot of stuff going on? And what if your body's also connected in an expression of the physical planet? So it's involved in what the bigger planet is also involved in. So I'm going to use the phrase agenda. It's like, what if your body has an agenda? It has a plan, a motive, an intention, a focus, or target that's separate from you. So there's your agenda as a being, what you want to accomplish, and your body has an agenda. And some of that is related to the microorganisms that are in your body and on your body and that make your body function. And some of them are your body's let me lay up something else first and then I'll go deeper into it. So allow yourself to connect into your being's authentic agenda. Allow yourself to perceive your being's authentic agenda. And now this is, again, like we looked at last week, something that's like, we're not supposed to look at that. So what is everything that brings up when I ask that? And the mind kind of kicks up all kinds of stuff. So everything that brought up, and what is all the unconsciousness, anti-consciousness, energy fog, disinformation, cloaking, Wernicke's commands, booby traps, covert, unseen, unacknowledged, undisclosed energies and frequencies around that? Whew. Can we put all that in the pile?
Yes.
Everybody's
Yes.
muted.
Yes.
All in the pile? And
Yes.
everything from down below and back behind, up above, way out front, from the left, right, inside, outside, everything remaining all in the pile. Take a step back from that pile and body, let that go. Not you, not yours, not yours, not yours, not you, not you, not you. There we go. And can we shrink all that stuff down to less than nothing?
Yes, I choose it.
Thank you. Yes, I choose that.
Yes, I choose it.
Boo! Hyper shrink and vaporize. Ball of flame. Cool. Now allow yourself to, and what are all the entities, demonics, creatures, coalition, aliens? Reptilians, parasitics, beings, doings, gods, and other non-contributive energies and frequencies here, pre-tag, pre-encapsulate all. These are all things tangling being at the moment. Pre-tag, pre-encapsulate all, freeze, tap down, trace, stress, scan, ideal, and all their networks, hives, civilizations, universes, customers, clients, shareholders, stockholders, boards of directors, pre-tag, pre-encapsulate all. Wow. And where were we, the infinite beings? So on the last call, this is going to start to make more sense. Last call is we expanded and we looked at like, hey, you're pretty chummy with the original plan of this planet. You were here in the beginning of this planet. For most of you, you can check, like when you have difficulty tracking what are all these energies, you can say, where was I, the infinite being, when all these energies were created? Because what if you witnessed them being created or entering this universe? Was it created? Yeah, I just lost all my words. Assembled, modified, gilded, sourced at their inception, insertion, copying, cloning. It's just information that comes up. And now from those places in the infinite all, you perceived all of those elements in that being's existence, in that energy's existence. Pre-tag, pre-encapsulate, put a little marker on them so you know who they are and where they are. And now come back to this space, and all of a sudden, all of those energies are now tagged where before they were hidden. So things that hide from you, you can go back to the beginning, track them, come in, tag them, and then come back to the now. And all of a sudden, it's like, oh, there they are. I see the little tags I put on them when they first came in. So everything that all those are, pre-tagged, pre-encapsulated, can we banish all these energies from all our dimensions, realities, parallels, universes, and virtual reality worlds?
Yes.
Yep, I choose it.
Yeah, I choose that.
Yes, I
I choose
choose that.
Into the sun, out, and banish, vanquish. Grab all those energies into the sun. Banish, vanquish, banish, vanquish, banish, vanquish, into the sun. And if you find any rooted in, and I often find them behind me, they're like trees that are rooted or something, like they've been there a long time, just grab them by the roots and rip them out, or grab them by the stem, rip them out, and hurl them into the sun. Not in my universe. Out. Out. There we go. Whew. So now allow yourself to perceive or sense your being's authentic agenda. And don't think about it, just perceive an energy of it. There you go. And that just has a frequency to it. And just kind of take a picture of what that frequency looks like. Okay. And now connect to your body. Perceive your body. And allow yourself to perceive your body's authentic agenda. And it's a lower frequency or a slower frequency. It's a deeper, richer frequency. So allow yourself to, like, you don't look up here, you kind of feel down. Not down. It's just a lower frequency, but it's got more meat to it. It's a richer, more full frequency. It's not as etheric as beings. Allow yourself to perceive body's authentic agenda. And now go back and perceive being's authentic agenda. And what do you notice about the difference between those two, other than the frequency of them? Are they the same or are they different? What do you notice?
I'm noticing a lot of different, but it's kind of like there's something the same in there.
Yes.
But I'm noticing more different.
Yeah. Anybody else?
Yeah, different.
Mm-hmm.
To me, it's like body is more connected to this planet and being is more like everywhere.
Yeah. That's how I perceive it too. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Thank you. Anybody else?
Well, sometimes being is pissed off and body is not pissed off. I don't know how to explain it better than that.
Totally true. Yeah. And vice versa. Sometimes
Right.
body has an issue going on and being's just cool as a cucumber going, hey, body, I don't understand the problem is here. Yeah, totally. Yeah.
That's a funny thing.
Yeah, it totally is. But if you don't understand that the being and the body are a different frequency and are I don't want to say separate from each other, have different characteristics about them, then it's confusing because we lumped it all together. This reality almost deliberately dismisses body. Like if you gauge spiritual practices here, they'll engage the being, but they dismiss the body. Like body's unimportant, leave the body behind. You don't need that. Like it's just, it gets in your way. That's a lot of spiritual practices do that. But like, no, you need the body and the being together. But what if your being has a different agenda than your body has? And if you think about it, your body has all these other microorganisms and all this other stuff that it has to deal with, and you. So there's a connection, there's a overlap, but there's more. And your body has things it wants to experience in this life that are different than what you, the being, may want to experience this life. Here's another kind of freaky thing that I don't want to show too much at one time here, but your body holds its own point of view about things. We'd spent quite a few years developing this, I call this clearing diagnostics. This chart here is actually a list of, it's like a cheat sheet of all the clearings that you would need to get from, to clear the average person of almost anything. It's all the common things. After working with hundreds of people, we've noticed there are all these commonalities, and this is a condensed version of that. And in the course, you get this, and I show you more about this. But I want to make a point about what we found out about this. There's one thing that was tangling us for a lot of years, and that was weight loss. People were struggling with that, and it didn't seem like we could use this chart to grab that. Like we could clear a lot of stuff, but it wouldn't change a lot of things for body because we weren't fully looking at something that I'm going to call, or I call, split polarity. And the concept here, and I know there's a lot of mess here, but I'll actually take you through a physical example, and this will all make more sense. Points of view about gaining weight. Okay, so it's very common on this planet right now to have all these points of view about gaining weight. Gaining too much, not gaining enough, gaining when you don't want to be gaining, like blah, blah, blah. I should have a certain amount of weight. I shouldn't have a certain amount of weight. Okay, so I want to show you, I want to have you meet your body and your body's points of view, because you, the being, have points of view, and your body has points of view, and they're not always the same. And you can have points of view that are opposing, where you, the being, have a certain set of polarities, and your body has the opposite of polarities. And what it feels like to you is that you're struggling with your body. Anybody have situations in your life where you feel like you're struggling with your body, like you're in this constant wrestle with your body?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Give me an example of topics.
I'll just say I've really been in communion with my body, but this last, especially this last year, I went and got some hormone injections for birth control, and my body has been pissed. And I've never in my life had a hard time losing weight, and my body has not let go of this weight. So yeah, what can we do to change that?
Well, you'll see something here in a moment. Absolutely, yeah, yeah. Anybody else notice struggles with your body around different topics?
Yeah, it's about food for me too. Like I told you before, my body has actually thrown food that it didn't want on the floor. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I gave it permission. I gave it permission to do that.
I don't want this. It's like a kid does.
Yeah.
I don't want this. Yeah. Anybody else?
Yeah, I've noticed a lot with food as well, because I don't eat enough for it to weigh this much. And then also with like different pains, like I should be able to heal this and it'll go away, but then it'll come back, which is, I'm like, okay, what's going on? I'm like, I thought we were friends, buddy.
Yep. So it's, and if we go back again to the thing of, and this picture comes together over time, but it's like your body has manipulation going on as well. So there are energies manipulating your body, and there are energies manipulating you, and there's body manipulation manipulating you as well. So it's like, it's this big tangle of things, but it's like, how do you sort this out? And this is one of the ways that we sort this out, is first clearing the different points of view about this. So let me show you how this works. So allow yourself to, so I'm going to do, let's look at the topic of gaining weight. Okay. And I'm going to do just generically about gaining weight, and you can add to that whatever. So allow yourself to perceive all the points of view you have about gaining weight. You, the being, about gaining weight. Well, okay. There's some weight behind those. So allow yourself to perceive everywhere where so you've got this pile of points of view, and what locks them points of view in is polarity. Like you're locked on one side or the other. You're locked on for or against. And when we can clear the polarities, you can make change, and you can perceive things you couldn't perceive or make change in before. So let's clear the being's polarity, but let's look at it. So allow yourself to perceive all the points of view you have about gaining weight. All the decisions, judgments, conclusions, computations, projections, expectations, rejections, separations, all the form, structure, significance, all the ideas, notions that you picked up from society, from the world around you, from your friends, from mass media, all the points of view you have about gaining weight. There we go. That's a bigger pile. So now all those are perspectives, and they're all this big tangled mass. So let's look at it, sort it. Where's everywhere that you're aligning and agreeing with those points of view? Just perceive that information. Where's everywhere that you're resisting and reacting to those points of view? Okay. And like for many people, there's a lot of aligning and agreeing, and there's some resisting and reacting, but you may have different. Now, I have to perceive everywhere you're defending for those points of view. Wow. Where's everywhere you're defending against those points of view? Where's everywhere that you're righteous for those points of view? Where's everywhere you're righteous against all those points of view? Wow. And everything that all that information is, and all the points of view you have, can we put all that in the pile in front? Yeah.
Yes, I choose that.
I choose that.
Yes, I choose that.
Yeah. And in the pile, and let go of it. And everything from down below, in the pile, back behind, in the pile, up above, way out front, from the left, from the right, inside, outside, everything remaining, all in the pile. And take a step back from that, and body, let those go. Not yours, not you, not you, not yours, not you. None of those is yours, none of those yours, none of those yours, none of those yours. Wow. Okay. And everything that all that information is being, are you willing to shrink all that down to less than nothing?
Yes, I choose that.
Yeah, I choose that.
Yeah, I choose that.
And vaporize. Whoa. Wow. So I want to look at it again. I want to go in another layer deeper. So allow yourself to perceive all the points of view you have about gaining weight. Everything you picked up from society, everything you picked up from your parents, from friends, from relatives, from relations, from associates. Whoa. Everything you picked up from media, everything, television, magazines, advertising. Wow. And I want you to actually look at, look at which side. I'm going to look at the first two columns here. The aligning, aligning and agreeing. Whether you have more stuff on the left side or more stuff on the right side. So allow yourself to perceive all that, everywhere that you're aligning and agreeing with these points of view around gaining weight. Just notice the volume or mass of information there. And where's everywhere that you're resisting and reacting to? I can't highlight that one. Resisting and reacting to gaining weight. And notice everywhere that you're defending for gaining weight. And where's everywhere that you're defending against gaining weight. And don't think about it because it's tangly, it's not going to make sense yet, but which side do you have more information or points of view on? The left side, aligning and agreeing, or the right side, resisting and reacting?
Right side, aligning and agreeing.
So you're on the aligning and agreeing, okay?
I'm on the right side too.
On the resisting and reacting?
On the right side, whatever it is.
So the second one, the first thing that we do, or the second thing we do? Aligning and agreeing or resisting and reacting?
Well, didn't you say left and right?
Yeah, we're looking at the screen. I'm looking at the screen. Okay, so, and this may be, there's a lot of energies here. This may be overwhelming for some people. If this is all a big blur to you, don't worry about it. It gets clearer the more over time, the more you do this stuff, it gets clear. Some of you will be able to perceive something here. Others, it's just a big tangle of stuff, and that's fine.
Yeah, mine is aligning and agreeing.
Okay, cool. Thank you. Anybody else?
My right side is really light, but it's almost like there's more demon stuff. It's weird. My body's been showing me a different way. It's kind of like the way it's been showing me lately. It's been really interesting. But the left side it's heavier and more dense.
Oh, I see. So y'all are looking at your left and your right side of your body. I'm sorry. That's my bad instructions. I'm looking at the left side of my column here. If you're on the phone, this doesn't make any sense because you can't see the pictures.
Oh, all right. Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yep.
So let me rerun this again. So everything that's upper active, can we put all that in the pile?
Yes. Yes, I choose
I
that.
choose that.
Yes.
In the pile. And everything down below, back behind. So what is all the unknowable, unspeakable, unseeable, untouchable, undetectable, unconsciousness, anti-consciousness, energy fog, disinformation cloaking, Wernicke's commands, booby traps, covert, unseen, unacknowledged, undisclosed energies and frequencies around all this? That's all the stuff that blocks your awareness around this. Can we put all that stuff in the pile?
Yes.
Yeah, I choose that.
Yes, I choose
Pile. Everything down below in the pile, back behind. There we go. Yep, up above, way up front, from the left, right. Everything from inside, outside, everything remaining, all in the pile, all in the pile. Take a step back from that pile. Body, let that go. Not yours, not you, not you, not you. Let it go, let it go, let it go. And can we shrink all that down to less than nothing?
Yes, I choose that.
Yes,
I choose that.
Yeah, I choose that. Boo! Hyper shrink. Down to nothing. So let me try this a different way. So let's do the aligning and agreeing side. What is, allow yourself to perceive all the points of view you have about gaining weight. We'll keep clearing it, so hopefully this pile should get smaller as we go. But how much are you aligning and agreeing with your points of view around gaining weight? And how much are you resisting and reacting to your points of view around gaining weight? Yeah, we're shifting into the other side. Okay, this is a bad example. Let me, we've been clearing as we've been going along. I'm trying to show you something and clear at the same time, which is not useful. In the beginning, a lot of people were actually aligning and agreeing and defending for your points of view around gaining weight. I know how to do this differently. Okay, so being, allow yourself to perceive all the points of view you have around gaining weight. Remaining. Okay, now I want to have you perceive your body's points of view. Now, here's how body works. We're going to tap into the energy of your body. We're going to ask your body a question. I'll ask your body for you. And the response is not immediate. Your body is a little slower to respond, and it's at a lower frequency. It's like when we're looking at the agenda. It's a richer frequency. It's a more earthy frequency. So allow your being to perceive all the points of view you have around gaining weight, and perceive that frequency. And now, body, truth, what are all the points of view you have around gaining weight? And being, just witness these energies come up in your body. And there's it starts here. There's a delay right here, right here, right there. There's the information right there. There's the information. There's the information there. Yeah. Yeah. Wow. So what do you notice in the difference between being's information and body's information? How do you feel
For
it?
me, it was
Jaden, body loves it because it actually keeps me in a state of demeaning and lesser than.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. So, and
it allows me to run on the trajectory of being less than.
yeah. Yeah. Cool. Good awareness. Anybody else? How do you perceive the energy difference between your being's point of view and your body's point of view?
For me, it's in my body. It's almost, I get a tingling sensation in my belly.
Mm-hmm.
So I get a very visceral response.
Mm-hmm.
And in my being, it's visually, it's a lot light, and energetically, it's a lot lighter. There's almost a different color to it. I perceive a color with the being's perspective.
Mm-hmm.
And the body, around gaining weight, I got this whole notion of,
Yeah.
all the burden on the body, you know, with the foods and so that's what
Yeah.
sort of response.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah. Thank you. Anybody else?
My being had
For
more
me-
of a energy, and my body's had more of a grounded energy.
Yeah.
Like the frenetic of was almost like the shoulds, the this of my being, and my body was like, oh, more grounded, more gentle, more. This is the way it works.
Yeah.
Versus like, yeah, it felt like they were at odds.
Yeah. Yeah. Cool.
Yeah.
Anybody else?
My
For me,
body
the
likes
beings
having
was
a big butt.
lighter.
Yeah. The beings. Yeah. It's a lighter frequency. And
For me, the beings was lighter, but the bodies, unless I was getting that reverse, the body was actually more like, it was actually a little heavier. But when she said grounded, that made sense.
Yeah.
But it's almost like a stuckness was there and then a sadness.
yeah. Yeah. There's more information in there. Yeah. Yeah. Cool. Anybody else?
My body just felt really nauseous, like I was gonna just upchuck, and it was like,
Yeah.
whoa, what is that?
Yeah. So let me give you a context for it. So there's your being, you, that's just like, oh, let's do this. So let's do that. Let's do this. Let's do that. And then there's your body who's responsible is not the right word, engages your point of view and all the other microorganisms, trillions, 100 trillion organisms that are in your body, many of which are highly reliant on what you eat. Your whole digestive system has definite points of view about what you eat, when you eat, how you eat, and how you eat it. So there's a lot. So let's tap into. So allow yourself to perceive all of body's points of view about gaining weight. There you go. It's slow to come in. It's like the information doesn't show up instantaneously. Being's information shows up instantaneously. Okay. And now, so allow yourself to perceive how much of that information is, how do I want to say that? The microorganisms within your body, and how much of that is your body independent of those microorganisms. What do you notice?
Organisms. A lot, for me, it was more on the organisms. And interestingly enough, my body responds to gaining weight like it's such a natural, something so pleasant. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Anybody else?
My body did this really interesting thing where it showed me what it was like.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's like it just automatically just it swooshed right through me and like detached from it and let it go. And it was like, and this is what it'll be like if you change this shit. It was really interesting and it felt really light and good.
So how much did your awareness already change it?
Yeah, that's really
that?
light. Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah,
Nice
that's
job.
cool.
Nice job. Cool.
Thank
Anybody
you.
else?
Well, I don't know if I noticed anything in this, what we're doing, exercise,
Mm-hmm.
but I do know that my body, when I eat something or drink something, it will tell me, or I can feel whether it is good, right, or not.
Mm-hmm.
It's like my body is just like, yes.
Yeah.
Yes. No matter what I'm thinking as far as this is
Yes.
healthy, this should do this, that.
Yeah.
But when I take it, whether it's a supplement or food, it's like the ones that really resonate with my body, it's like,
Yeah.
Yes. And my body will then crave it. It will let me know more of that, more of that. Now, I don't always
Yeah.
I follow that, but then I also get confused with all the other stuff that's going on. And I'm thinking, oh, this should be good. This should be good. So I get into that
Mm-hmm.
and too.
Mm-hmm.
So, but my
Yep.
body does tell me.
Yep.
It does.
So
If I
that's
listen.
the stuff that I like to untangle with people, but we don't have time to totally engage that today. But the concept is that ideally you want to get to a space like that you can perceive what is ideal for your authentic body. And then you have other energies in there, but some of it is sifting out what all these different energies are. And so let's just, I want to clear before I leave this topic. The concept that I want to show you, that I wanted to show you, is that there's being has points of view, body has points of view, and if you're not looking at both of those sides, then you're not going to be able to make the change that you want if it involves body. If it's just being stuff, you can go happily clear with being and then you can make the change. But when you're doing stuff that's body, you're engaging a whole other dynamic of things. And when you want magic in your life, it's working with your body to see what your body requires. And it's this teamwork between body and being. And so a lot of what I do with people is, how do we become aware of body and how do we untangle this? And for some people, it's already very clear. And for other people, it's very tangled and there's just a big pile of energy and you don't know what's what. So let's clear what is everything that's upper active around all of this. And let's put all that in the pile. And body, what are all the points of view that you have around gaining weight? And I'm going to show you the other thing we do is I facilitate body, or I teach you how to facilitate body. So body, all those points of view that you have, are you willing to let go of it? And now wait for a yes in your body. There's a delay. And you feel it kind of bubble up from within. It's like, yeah, I can do that. Do you feel that?
Mm-mm.
No?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. And so body, everything you're willing to let go of in the pile. Woo. Wow. And everything from down below, back behind, up above, way out front, from the left, from the right, inside, outside, everything remaining, all in the pile, and body, let that go. Not yours, not you, not you, not yours, not yours. Let it go, 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 let it go. Woo. Wow. And body and being, can we shrink all that stuff down to less than nothing and wait for the yes? Don't answer for your body. Actually, let your body answer. So body, truth, can we let all that go? And there's the answer. You feel that? Like there's a delay and it kind of bubbles up from within. Okay, that's your body's answer. It's the more you practice with body, the quicker that response gets. But in the beginning, it's fairly slow. And so let's shrink all that down to less than nothing. And vaporize. Wow. So we'll do more with that. But the concept that I just want to introduce you to is that you, the being, have points of view and your body has completely different and sometimes opposing points of view. So your being might be aligning and agreeing with something and your body is resisting and reacting to it. And the net effect of that is it feels like you're struggling with your body, but it's just polarity. When we clear it for being and we clear it for body, the struggle is gone and all of a sudden you have space to make change. So that's kind of what that one's about. So this was the topic of your body has points of view, and then your body has its own needs independent of you and your needs. Okay, and again, you look at those trillions of microorganisms that it hosts. it's not difficult to think the planet. I'm going to mute.
So what's it going to?
So it's not difficult to perceive that the planet has more needs than just you. Like you're one of its things that it pays attention to, but it's got other things that it pays attention to. What if your body is very similar, but you rank higher? Like that there are all these other things that your body has going on independent of you. And I want to show you what that list is. So these are the things that I've collected, and how I came to this is a bit complicated, but I want to just summarize here today. So these are what I'm going to say are the 8 core needs that your body has. And some of these are really obvious, others are very not obvious. And I want to talk about 2 of the not obvious ones. So connection is one of them. Your body needs to be connected to being, you, other people, and nature. If it's not connected to those 3 things, it doesn't function properly. It doesn't feel good, and it doesn't operate optimally, and you're not going to experience magic in your body. And we have a tool for assessing what's off and how you figure that out and how to get back in line. But for right now, let's just kind of look at the generic part of connecting. I don't know if you've ever heard of the concept of when a baby's born, a baby body is born, if it doesn't experience a connection to the mother over a couple day period of time, it will just die. Like it at its core, if it could have all the food it needs and all the heat and all the other energies it needs, if it doesn't feel connection, it will not survive. And your body has this deep-seated thing going on in each one of these things that goes outside of mind. But what if the matrix of this reality has found a way to interfere by manipulating this reality so that it's not comfortable for your body? So you may have to go out of your way to make sure these things happen so you can connect to more of your body's magic. And so let's look at, again, connection. I took them a little out of order here. One of the things that blew my mind is I started researching connection and body's need for connection. And it's obvious to most people who've been alive for any given period of time. You notice that we're becoming less connected as a society, and that being disconnected has actually causes stress. There's actually a little bit of research around it, and researchers found that if they had people who were disconnected from, and they were lonely, they felt deeply lonely, it caused the same biochemical reactions as if a person was physically attacked or punched by a stranger. So they measured people who were deeply lonely and people who had been in a situation of perceiving being attacked, and the biochemical reactions inside were very similar. So your body has a reaction to being lonely. It needs to be together. It's a social animal. So much so, they've recently figured out that being lonely, feeling alone over an extended period of time has the same health risk as smoking 15 cigarettes a day, consuming 6 alcoholic beverages a day. It's twice as harmful as obesity, and it's more harmful than never exercising. Like, just the act of feeling alone is actually something that is toxic to the body because it goes under stress. Like, it's a need of your body. And you, the being, are like, I don't need any of this stuff. But your body does. And if you're not aware of that, and this reality doesn't make you aware of that, you don't recognize. You're like, okay, yeah, we're lonely and it sucks, but big deal, right? But what if your body requires that? And researchers have found that empathic people are more likely to isolate than the average person. How many of you consider yourself empathic?
Yes, I am.
I do.
Very much so.
People who are aware are more likely to be empathic. I'm going to actually go as far as to say that's a manipulation of the matrix, that this reality has been manipulated that way. So as I've worked with people to disconnect them from the manipulations of this reality, I'm just generically calling it the matrix. What I found is that there are disguised memory implants. So like fake memories of why it's actually safer or better to be alone. Allow yourself to perceive in your body all of the fake memories or false memory implants or implanted memories of why it's better to be alone, it's safer to be alone, you need to be alone, it's dangerous to be with other people, it's dangerous to be around others. What else? You'll die if you're around other people. Wow. Allow yourself to perceive all the memories that are there of places where you have died by being around other people. It was more dangerous to be with other people. Wow. All the memories you have of pseudo experiences of that. You feel that information?
Wow.
There's a lot.
There's a lot. And so allow yourself to look at all those files, picture them as memory files. And when you, the being in the body, actually it's more like your body, when your body records a memory, it's got like your signature. Think of it, an electronic computer file. It's got the user's, like we can tell it's your file versus somebody else's file. Look at all those memories and how much do they have your signature on them and how much do they have a foreign or something else's signature on them?
Wow.
What do you notice?
They're not mine. I mean, a lot of them are not.
Yeah. Yeah. Anybody
It's like
else?
their faults. It's like their fault.
Yeah, exactly. Anybody else?
Yeah, they weren't mine. Most of them weren't mine.
Yep.
Yeah,
Anybody?
it's really.
Go. Jewel?
Oh yeah, it's really like almost like you want to throw up or something.
Yeah. Yeah. Anybody else?
I have my signature. That's something that was my signature. It was like very thin spectrum, like very thin, and it's kind of connected to my body, and it gets like heavy, and the rest foreign, and hugely foreign, and something else.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. So allow yourself to perceive all of the, I call them disguised memory implants, all those fake memories, and let's put them in the pile.
Jaden?
Yeah, yes. I choose that.
Yes.
With mine, instead of being able to put them in the pile, they tend to go straight up to my head and just create inflammation in my head.
Okay. So can you grab them from your head and set them out in front of you? Does that work?
Some of them will go, but a lot of it still sticks.
Yep. So everything that causes them to stick, all the magnets or everything that causes them to be attracting or connected to you, grab that, the technologies, the magics that are doing that, and put that in the pile with all of that stuff.
Okay.
Wow.
Does that change it? There you go. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because you can have things that cause it to just keep coming back to you. Yeah. And so allow yourself to perceive. So look at the signature of those memory files. Who installed those? Who's those belong to? And perceive all the other disguised memory implants about other topics that were installed by those same installers or were installed at the same time as those were installed. Wow. And grab all those fake memories and put those in the pile with it. Wow. And everything from down below in the pile, back behind in the pile, up above. Wow. Way out front, from the left, right, inside, outside, everything remaining. Put all those in front. Body, let those go. Not yours, not you, not you, not yours, not yours, not you. None of those are yours, none of those are yours, none of those are yours. Let them go, let them go, let them go. And can we shrink all of those memories down to less than nothing?
Yes, I choose that.
Yeah. Boo,
Yeah.
hyper shrink. Boo. And vaporize. Rescind, book, you can't reclaim, vaporize, by vaporize, by vaporize, by vaporize, by vaporize. It's, as I started, like in the beginning, the whole concept of the matrix was kind of like, oh, that's kind of cute. But as I started to work with people and I find all this stuff, it's like, wow, like there's no other way to explain those memories and the thousands of things that we've found other than there's something seeking to manipulate and cause us to become disconnected. And it's mind-blowing, but it's like when we start to go through these, you're like, wow, okay. So allow yourself to perceive all the agreements you have to avoid spending time with other aware people. All the agreements you have to never associate with other conscious or aware people. It'd be worded like, all the agreements you have to never associate with people like you. Wow. 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 And anybody else notice piles of stuff there?
Yep. There's a lot.
Yeah, huge piles.
Yep. I noticed before I started clearing, it's like I couldn't and never did associate with aware people. I might connect with them for a while and then I'd be like repelled from them. It's because I had all this crap going that wouldn't allow me to connect to the people I most wanted to connect to. So everything that all those agreements are, can we put those in the pile?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, I choose that.
Yes. Yes.
And everything from down below, in the pile, back behind, up above, way out front, from the left, from the right, inside, outside, everything remaining, all in the pile, all in the pile. Wow. And can we choose to shrink all those agreements down and destroy and create them all?
Yes, I choose it.
Yes, I choose that.
Yeah, I choose that. Resend, revoke, recant, reclaim, renounce, denounce, destroy and create, make null, void, null, void, null, void, null, void, null, void, null, void, null and void, null and void, null and void. And vaporize. Vaporize, 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 vaporize. So as you can see, this is a big topic, and we go deeper into it in other programs. But I wanted to like give you a taste of it. It's like there's this thing about being alone, and I go back up to here. So your needs, so connection of being with other people, being aware. It's like you have that need, yet there's manipulations in your reality that prevent you from experiencing that need. What if when you release those, connecting with people can become more natural again? One of the research studies around connection that blew my mind was they had a question of how many confidants do you have? How many people can you confide in? And in the 40s, when they asked this question, the average person had 3 confidants, 3 people that they felt that they could confide in. When they asked that same question, I forgot the year, it was 2002, they did the research again. The average, the bulk of recipients had 0 confidants. So our culture has been manipulated as well to go from having connection to not connection. But I'd ask you, how many conscious and aware people like you, how many confidants do you have? Count in your life, how many people do you have? And they may not be you can share everything with, but that you feel like you can confide in. How many people do you have in your life?
I am actually currently going through a phase for the last 2 years where I've had lots of people that I've wanted to trust in and I've started to trust in, and they've just disappeared and they've gone from my life, and it's just broken me down one by one.
Yep.
Worse every time, and even up until last night, still going through the same process. And it's the same thing with the loneliness factor, and it's driving me to do things like smoking and drinking and everything I wouldn't normally do.
Yes. And that's exactly what the body does, because it needs to somehow compensate for that lack. And it will do smoking, drinking, do things to numb out the body so that it doesn't feel that that intense stress. Yeah. So how much are you actually releasing those people from your life, and how much is something else messing with you to release those people from your life?
Oh, I freak out. I'll turn around and I'll try and grab hold of anything I possibly can of them, and what do you mean by? And it's not like me. It's only been
Yeah.
the last couple of years that I've done that.
Yeah.
I know enough from
Yeah.
an ex-partner that was
Yeah.
really cleaning up.
Yeah. So let me just grab everything that's up for you and everybody else. What are all the manipulations that cause you to reject or push away people who could be beneficial confidants? Like you'll reprogram your mind to go, oh yeah, no, I don't like them. But like, let's just say, what is everything that is manipulating you to artificially reject or push away people from your life who could be beneficial to you? Wow. Okay, yeah. And everything all that is, can we put that in the pile?
Yes, I choose that.
Yeah, I choose that.
Yes.
And everything from down below and back behind, up above, way out front, from the left, from the right, inside, outside, everything remaining, all in the pile. And body, let that go. None of that is yours. None of that is yours. Let it go, let it go, let it go, let it go. Not you, not you. None of that's you, none of that's you. Let it go, let it go, let it go, let it go. Whew. Feel body relax. Let it go, let it go. Not you, not you, not you, not you. And can we shrink all that stuff down to less than nothing?
Yes.
Yes, I choose that.
Yeah, I choose that. Boo. And vaporize. Wow. And as you can see, this is a big topic for many people. It was for me as well. So one of the things that I do, and this is, and I'll just, because I can feel some people are like, oh my gosh, I know we need to do work on this, and they'll feel uncomfortable if I move on, but I'm going to move on. And I want to say, I'm going to give you an experience. I'm teaching a course. This is all leading up to a course. You probably have already figured that out, but this is all leading up to a course where I'm going to go in depth with all of this stuff that we're engaging and more. So don't feel like this is going away. You will get a chance to resolve this, but just not today in this program.
Jaden, can I interject something?
Sure.
When you're talking about connection, something that I feel, and I think other maybe empaths or intuitives have the same thing, is that it's not just about people. It's also about location, where you live, where you visit.
Yeah.
I'm living in a place right now that not just the apartment, but the area.
Yep.
Actually, my body hurts. It contracts and hurts. I can drive to an area where I used to live, and my whole body just goes,
relaxes. Yep. So one of the things we're going to do in the course is we're going to actually do clearing of your house and your space. I'm going to show you how to scan the neighborhood, find those things, and we're going to remove them. So we do, it's necessary. Like you can be in a place that's naturally supportive, and you can be in a place that's not supportive, and sometimes you can't do anything about it, but to change it. And so I want to teach you what we've learned about how to change these things.
You ask us how many people we can be confident with. I can. Yeah, confident. I go to AA meetings, so I have a lot of people that I can confide in on certain things. But do I have close friends? Not really.
Right. And so one of the things that I like about this course, the Out Creating course, is like the last time I ran this was 4 years ago, 5 years ago, a while ago. There are people who are still meeting on a weekly basis or on a regular basis with the partners that they had in that course, because you get this course of all these aware people together, and I'm going to get you to work together and keep meeting different people, and you'll find people that you connect with really, really well, and they become lifelong friends. So that's one of my encouragement to you is to do whatever you can to get at least one, if not two, confidants, people who you feel you can trust, who are aware and at a similar level to you. And that can be challenging, and that's one of the reasons why we build that into the course, because your body what if your body requires that? Yeah, I need to jump ahead here. So belonging, how do I jump ahead here? So let me just go back to this one and say that these are the 8 things that I found is connection. And the matrix has done all manner of bizarre things to cause you to disconnect from, and your body and being to be disconnected, for you to disconnect from other people, and for you to disconnect from nature and instead connect into a synthetic reality. And we're gonna go through and we're gonna clear that. Your body has a need to feel like it belongs, to feel like it's loved, lovable, valued, worthy, respected. Like your body requires that in order to survive and function, much less to be in magic. To be in your magic, you need to like really be in touch with those things. If your life is wonky, you probably don't have access to this because the matrix has manipulated your memories of being loved, lovable, valued, worthy, and respected, and hidden the ones that are good memories and accentuated fake memories of not being loved, not being lovable, not being valued, not being worthy, not being respected. So there's these distortions and manipulations that occur that cause your body to feel like it doesn't want to be here anymore. And I've experienced all of those. And I wanted to, so what we're going to do is we're going to clear that. Your body requires a sense of making a difference, feeling like it's a contribution. A phrase that most people use here is meaningful work. If you're doing something that doesn't feel meaningful, if you're in a dead-end job, if you're doing something just to make a living, it's deadening to your body. And you can compensate with it by other things, but ideally you want to find a way to be a contribution and do meaningful work that feels good to your body. There's something deeply nurturing about that. When you, for some people, like I'm one of those people, if I'm not feeling like I'm being a contribution, my body just wants to die. Like if I'm not working with people, whether it's doing programs like this or whether it's working one-on-one with people, my body just doesn't want to be here anymore. So, and that's my body. You got to find what your body most wants to do. And it's a biological need. It's a biological imperative. It's not a cute idea. It's an imperative. Like I want to drive that home. Your body does not survive here if it doesn't have all of these in some balance. And some of these are stronger for other people and some of them are less strong. Movement and strength, these are more obvious ones, but we'll go deeper into that and I'll show you how to engage those in a way. Most people say exercise. It's not really exercise. It's about movement and about your body needs to feel strong. And we can show you how to do that. Your body has personal values. It has an agenda. It has things it wants to accomplish in this lifetime. And they're different. Your being has things it wants to accomplish and your body has things. And you want to allow your body the space to explore those things. Like being has no interest in dancing. Body needs to explore dancing. This body here needs to explore that. It makes no rational sense to me, the being, but when I move without an agenda and I let my body control things and let my body do things,
yes,
man, all kinds of magic stuff happens. So if you're not giving your body the space, if you're not figuring out what your body's agenda is and giving, which is actually easy when you take the time to do it, if they're just things your body likes to do, and you're giving your body ample opportunities or enough opportunities to express those, you're not going to feel magic. Sleep rejuvenation, this reality puts down sleep as being, it's a waste of time. You're just sleeping your days away. And I tried sleeping minimal and it trashed me. When you start doing the research on sleep and the benefits of sleep and how necessary it is, wow, if you don't have enough sleep, your body does not repair itself. It does not function properly. You actually do require sleep, but manipulation has found a way to mess with your sleep. So we've found ways, we're going to clear sleep. If you've got sleep issues, I've gone through all of it, and I've found solutions to it. So we'll change that. Healthy food, water, and air. That one, hopefully, you're already aware of. And another one, hopeful and secure future. If your body doesn't feel like there's a bright outlook or a possibility of a bright future or a possibility of a secure future, then things don't function as well. And this is where our economy messes with that. It wants your body to feel insecure, like you may go broke anytime, you may run out of money, you may be homeless. Like it manipulates, it fucks with you around that. So what if these aren't you and your problems? What if this whole reality has been manipulated to deliberately shortchange your body from all of those 8 categories? Like, and if you've been aware of what's been happening to our food, our water, and our air, and the pollution and the chemicals, and like, what if it's a deliberate thing that's occurring to separate bodies? And if you're aware of what your body requires, you can outcreate all of those strategies that are being used. So I want to, yeah, I thought I'd be like 45 minutes in at this point. So I want to begin because I've been getting all kinds of emails from people like, I need to go more, I need more of this. What do I do? I'm going to open up for you guys today, and I'll send you a link in the email for those of you who are live. For those of you who are watching this on replay, there's a link below this. You can find out more about this course. I'm not going to talk a lot about the course at the moment, but I do want to tell you that there is a 3-month program where we're going to go through and realign your being and your body, kick manipulation out, and allow you to reconnect to your magical body, being, and life. That's our focus for this 3-month program. The difficult part, and we're going to look at it in pieces in this course, and I just want to have you look at this little strip here, is the matrix has an agenda. When you start looking, and there's a research group that's been, actually multiple research groups that have been looking at, like, what is the agenda going on? What is actually the matrix doing here to mess with people? And the matrix is seeking to have you feel inferior and insignificant, isolated, not belonging, bored, unfulfilled, lifeless, fearful, powerless, dependent, helpless, disorientated and confused, and ordinary and common. When actually in the last program you found out you are not ordinary and you are not common, you are special, magical in other ways. Like, it's, what if all of these things are 180 degrees opposite of the truth of who you are? How many people feel these list in green here: inferior, insignificant, isolated, not belonging, bored, unfulfilled, lifeless, blah, 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 blah? Anybody besides me?
All of them, for me, they all, like, even me reading them right now, it's like all light, 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 light. And this is something that that's been, like, I've been perpetrating on myself and my body for some time now.
So notice how heavy that feels.
Very heavy.
What
Yes,
if it's not you that's been perpetrating it on your body? What if it's manipulation and this reality has been perpetrating it on you?
Yes, 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 yes. That's the thing.
Does that feel lighter?
I absolutely, like, I go like, yes, yes, yes. I was aware that there's a whole lot of manipulation going on. And that manipulation, that was so much of it that I could not make distinction. Where is me? Where is manipulation? Where is my body? It was all such a scrambled bullshit. And I'm like, I couldn't trust me anymore. And I did, like, it looks like I've been sabotaging all my greatest connections with absolutely amazing people. I, like, someone would embody me and say crap, do crap, just and I was like looking back like, oh my goodness, who was that?
Yeah.
Not true.
Here's the solution that I found to all of that, because I've explored with it, and if you've engaged Access Consciousness, like they give you tools, but they deliberately don't talk about the manipulation component. They dance around it. What I found for me personally is by looking at it very concretely, wow, there's memories, disguised memories that are put in here, and this is messed with, and that's messed with, and look at how it's messed with, then I stop putting me down. And as I clear this stuff, I naturally start to get into a space of feeling confident, accomplished, influential, connected, belonging, worthy, engaged, inspired, creative, strong, bold, fearless, potent, self-directed, self-motivated, independent, wise, clever, astute, clear sight, amazing, and unconventional, and magical. Like, it's a natural side effect of recognizing that I am not the crap that's generating that, and I clear it, I naturally start to go into those other energies. And what if, like on the last call where we looked at the being, and I could take your being very easily into an expanded space and let you perceive your infinite being and the true nature of who you are. And I did that on the first call. The second call with your body is a bit more challenging, but let me do it in wrap up. I'm running out of time, but let me do it in wrap up with, like, let's actually play with these frequencies now, so you can at least leave the call with a feeling of these, and then in the longer course we can get to a place where you can embody these more permanently. But allow yourself to perceive what awareness, energy, and frequency can you and your body be to embody the feeling of confident, accomplished, and influential, and receive. Let's clear everything that's up. So what is everything that's up or in the way? What is everything that we've triggered or activated around all of this? Whew. Wow. And everything that is, can we put all that in the pile?
Yes.
I choose that. Wow. And let it go in the pile. And what is all the unknowable, unspeakable, unseeable, untouchable, undetectable, unconsciousness, anti-consciousness, energy fog, disinformation, cloaking, Wernicke's commands, booby traps, covert, unseen, unacknowledged, undisclosed energies and frequencies around all this? Yuck. Can we put all that in the pile?
Yes.
I choose that. And body, let that go. And everything from down below in the pile. Boop. And back behind. Boop. Up above. Boop. Way out front. Left. From the right. Inside. Outside. Everything remaining all in the pile. Take a step back from the pile. Body, let that go. Not you, not yours, not yours, not you, not you, not you. Let it go, 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 let it go. There we go. Let it go, let it go, let it go, let it go. Wow. Woo. And can we shrink all that stuff down to less than nothing?
Yes. I choose that.
Yeah, I choose that. Boo. And vaporize. Resendok, you can't reclaim vaporize by no void. And so body, I'm going to invite body. Body, tap into the energy of feeling confident and accomplished and influential. Find your memories of confident, accomplished, and influential. Ignore anything that's not that. And body, allow yourself to find your memories of connected, belonging, and worthy. And anything that's not that, just ignore those and connect to connected, belonging, and worthy. Where's my other list here? And body, allow yourself to connect into the energies of loved, of being loved, of being lovable, of being valued, and of being respected and seen. Wow. Wow. And body, allow yourself to connect to the energy of being engaged, inspired, and creative. Wow. and connect to the feeling of being strong, bold, fearless, and potent. To your advantage. Only connect to ones that feel good to you. Yeah, those don't read as much. I'm going to stick more with the, go back to the loved. Body allows yourself to feel loved. Connect to your memories of feeling loved, lovable, valued, worthy, respected, and seen. Wow. And how does that feel?
This is my body just like I had energy just shooting from my feet up, like up my head of connection, just like, phew, and it's been a while.
Nice job, body. Yeah. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. Anybody else?
It was really nice to reconnect with that and brought up memories of where I felt that. It was very nice.
Yeah. I actually found that, like, I'd had a lot of experiences in my life where I've focused on having partners where I had a clean, good connection and I felt loved and lovable. And it's like years later, those memories seemed non-existent. When I went and searched, they were actually covered and encased, and all these implanted memories of not being loved and not being lovable were there instead. And like, my memories of the good stuff weren't even accessible until I cleared all that stuff. Like, and I thought it was me. Like, I thought, oh, I lost them, or somehow I forgot, or I may have accidentally cleared them. What I found in my reality is that there were so many manipulations that prevented body from knowing it was loved. And we actually spent 2 whole programs in just clearing that, and we will do that. We'll spend programs just clearing so you can reconnect to your space of being loved and lovable and belonging and connected. And I think the part that I want to leave you with is that what if that's a requirement for your body? And by being aware of that and consciously focusing on giving your body those things, and that's what we're going to do in the program. We're going to take them one at a time, and we're going to look at your life and what's there that's in the way, messing with you, and then what can you do consciously and deliberately to give your body what it requires, so that these my list is up here, so that your body's core needs of connection, belonging, making a difference, movement, strength, aligning with your body's personal agenda, sleep, healthy food, water, air, and feeling a hopeful, secure future. Like, what if you can change your life? You, the being, can support your body to get in alignment with those things. And I would say that's what it takes for you to connect to your body's magic. Your body's magic is when you have those needs met and you have the matrix out of the way. So it's just a natural, like, everything works the way it's supposed to again.
I was just going to say thank you. I just had a memory of my mom that I had forgotten when she was in the hospital. And I just remembered it. And I'm like, oh, yeah. There it is.
You can actually, you're welcome. You can actually ask for, and that's one of the strategies we use, ask for to reconnect to those memories, clear what's in the way of that, and reconnect to those memories. And if you feel like you aren't anything, you aren't lovable, you aren't connected, you aren't whatever, clear the manipulation that's there and allow yourself to reconnect. You've already had the experiences you require, or you wouldn't still be on the planet. You would have gone a long time ago. Your body wouldn't have made it this far. So you already have those in your body. It's just a matter of reconnecting to that and reminding your body, look, we have those. We're good. We're going to be fine. And we are connected, and then doing things that allow you to feel more connected, and all those different strategies. And I'm going to keep rambling, so I'm not going to. So, I will again send you the link to, if you're interested in going deeper with this. If you're not, feel free to stick with us. We've got, I'm going to do a call 3 where I'm going to look at, like, how do you put all this together? We're going to look at the bigger picture of the magical body, magical being, and the matrix's influence, and how do you outcreate all of that stuff? And then I'm going to do question and answer calls where I'm just going to open it up. I don't have an agenda. I'm not going to talk. And I'm going to have you all come with your issues, and we're going to play, and we're going to clear. We're going to have a clearing party. I call it a question and answer, but it's a clearing party, and allow you to reconnect to more of your being and more of your body. So that's coming up in the free part. If you want to go deeper with us for 3 months, feel free to check out that link. You'll find out more about it over time. I will share more about it, but thank you so much for joining me on this program. Thank you for participating here.
Thank you.
And what other cool magic can your body experience now that you're more aware of what your body requires in order to be magical?
Thank you, Jaden.
Cool.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, Jaden.
Thank you, Jaden.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Jaden.
Bye.
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 Thanks.